The February 17th eclipse, the timeline split is real. Let me say this clearly. Something is happening right now, and if you're watching this, you can already feel it. Astrologically, energetically, and spiritually, we are at a fork in reality. This is what's been called the Great Bifurcation, which represents a split, a divergence, a point of no return. And no, this is not symbolic. This is an energetic separation of timelines, and it has already began. So why does February 17th matter? Starting in early 2026, two timelines began to pull apart. By February 17th, the eclipse locks it in. Not loudly, not dramatically, but permanently. This eclipse is not emotional, it is structural. It rearranges reality based on frequency, not belief. Two realities begin to exist on the same planet. One is rooted in expansion, truth, alignment, and coherence. The other one is rooted in fear, control, scarcity, and fragmentation. This is not about being good or bad. This is about what state you live in your consciousness. The astrology confirms it. This eclipse is ruled by Uranus. Uranus is about awakening, shocks, truth that cannot be unseen. Uranus recently stationed direct, and when Uranus stations, reality destabilizes, and the truth will surface. Systems crack, illusions collapse. What was hidden becomes expedited and exposed. This is why things feel unstable. This eclipse is also a North Node eclipse. That means this is not about the past. This is about the future. You are not being asked to revisit old versions of yourself. You are being asked to choose what you step into next. We have Neptune entering Aries, and this is massive. Neptune in Aries marks the end of external saviors. There's no gurus, no waiting to be rescued, no spiritual bypassing. You become the authority. You lead your own consciousness. And just days after this eclipse, Saturn conjunct Neptune delivers the message bluntly. Get real, build something tangible, stop fantasizing, and start embodying. This is not about dreaming. This is about alignment made physical. The three markers you cannot fake. If the timeline shift is happening for you, these show up naturally. You don't force them. And I'm going to go over three of the markers that I'm talking about. The first one, marker 1. This is about time distortion. Time stops behaving normally. Hours pass like minutes. Minutes stretch endlessly. You experience strong deja vu. Not vague, but precise. You know you've been here before. Now this happens because the energetic structure that locks us into linear time is now weakening. Your consciousness is no longer moving strictly forward. It's moving laterally. Marker 2, manifestation speed. This one gets people's attention fast. Your thoughts start materializing quickly. You set an intention. Obstacles dissolve. You visualize something, and circumstances rearrange. This is not imagination. This, my friends, is feedback. But I want you to listen carefully. The universe does not judge. Fear-based thoughts manifest just as fast as love-based ones do. It's important you remember that. You can build a castle, or you can build a prison. Same energy. That's why clearing fear before February 17th is crucial. It's very critical. Whatever emotional state you carry into this eclipse gets amplified. Now let's go ahead and move into marker 3, relationship shifts. This is where it gets quiet. Like, people don't leave with drama. They fade. No big fights, no betrayals, no explanations. They just go. They just stop calling. They stop reaching out. And you don't even miss them, because you are no longer vibrating in the same field. And this is not rejection. This is moving into higher frequency within yourself. Those who match your frequency will remain in your life. Those who don't will dissolve peacefully, quietly. And I want to mention that the eclipse does not start this. It just locks it in. If you're experiencing marker 1, 2, or all 3 markers, you're already in the transition zone. So what matters now is what you do next. What you must do before February 17th is, firstly, clear emotional baggage. This is non-negotiable. Guilt, fear, resentment, anger, grief, shame. Whatever you're holding becomes the timeline you anchor into. Not affirmations, not vision boards, but rather emotional state. The people who stay present and grounded emerge with the strongest abilities on the new timeline. Grounding looks like this. I'm going to give you 3 expressions. Walking in nature, slowing your breath, dropping into your body. Even 10 slow breaths 3 or 4 times a day can reset your entire state. And right now, your state of being means everything. So you need to get clear on what your heart actually wants, not what the ego wants, not what society and not what shoulds want, meaning things you don't really need. Ask yourself, what could I create if I knew I could not fail? What actually brings joy, not distraction? What feels real and expansive? Write it down, guys, and be specific. Because again, after February 17th, whatever you're aligned with becomes easier to sustain, but harder to undo. And this, my friends, this is the fork in the road. Not chosen by force, not chosen by fear, but chosen by coherence. And when you realize it or not, the choice is already happening. This eclipse marks the moment a timeline closes and another locks in through alignment. Stay grounded, stay coherent. What you hold now shapes what opens next. Thank you all for listening.